Hey guys, XM64 here. I mean, this seems kind of like an odd video to make. I mean, it's nothing really has been happening, but this is just something that, that happened to me today. So, alright. So, around maybe like 3, 4, like probably 3 o'clock, I decided to read, or in this case, watch, listen to, whatever, listen to a creepypasta known as Rainbow Factory, and it's pretty popular amongst the MLP community and the creepypasta community. I mean, it has its own fucking like music video on it and shit like that. So I decided, fuck it, I'll watch it. About the video I watched, story was about 50 minutes, probably 55 minutes. And after watching that, I have been pissed off all fucking day, because, quite frankly, alright, mainly because of this. One, this is just a question, no, not really a question, this is just something I would like to say to the creepypasta writers in general, anyone writing a creepypasta, yada yada yada. Give your fucking story a goddamn ending. Seriously, like, why the fuck do so many goddamn creepypastas end inconclusive? All the fucking time. I always see this shit happening. Like, pretty much like every, like, 1 out of like 2 or 3 creepypastas has an inconclusive ending. What the why? Why is this, why? Like, I mean, it's like if you go to watch fucking Toy Story and and just like you're watching Toy Story and it just fades to black when Woody can't fucking light the match. That's pretty much what this is. It's just every, like, not every, but a lot of creepypastas seem to just have no proper ending. And the thing is, like, I don't see why. Like, the thing is, creepypastas, they're stories. Now, I know that they're meant to be scary stories, I mean, but, I mean, you have to find a good balance between the story, the horror, and, I guess, the drama. I mean, you have to have a good balance of all of that, and this is just general storytelling. You just have to have a balance in the story. And there are some creepypastas that have done this well. Like, a good example from one of my favorite creepypastas of all time is Unknown Format. It's a gaming-based creepypasta, and that actually had a pretty decent ending. It was actually a pretty interesting, like, I don't want to say twist, but it was pretty interesting, where, like, apparently the narrator, actually, you know what, I'll rather you guys check that out yourself, because that's actually, I actually really like that creepypasta. Rainbow Factory, on the other hand, I mean, it just like ends. Like, the video I saw, it just fades to black, and I was thinking to myself, like, no, that's not the ending. That's not the fucking ending. Is it? Credits roll, and I got and like, if I did this live stream, you would have seen my face start to get fucking red with anger. I don't understand why so many goddamn creepypasta writers do this. Like, I much rather the ending be shit, be very grim, basically a bad ending, and every possible, than just have no ending whatsoever. Like, why? Like, if you're not going to conclude your story, don't fucking bother with the goddamn story. Don't waste my time. I'm not gonna sit through fucking an hour's worth of a story only to be fucking blue balls. I could be playing Battlefield 1, I could be streaming, I could be working on fucking Edit of Insanity, everything wrong with MLP. I could be doing literally anything more valuable in my time. Sorry. So, it never really, I never understood this, to why creepypastas always equal shit endings. There's only been like a small handful of creepypastas I've read that actually had solid endings. Like, and there's actually only, and though I mean it kind of goes against the nature of creepypasta, there's only been one creepypasta I've ever read that actually had a sort of happy ending, like a sort of like, yeah, sort of like a happy ending, like a good ending kind of. And like what the fuck, like, what is with creepypasta writers? Like, creepypastas and endings, like, it's like they're having like some sort of like rivalry between each other. Like, I mean, like, in the case, I'm going back to Rainbow Factory. In the case of Rainbow Factory, I mean, like Mass Effect 3, that had a better ending. No Man's Sky, that had a better ending. Call of Duty Ghosts, that actually still had a shit ending. But I mean, why? Why the fuck is this so commonly practiced? I don't even talk about myself. I'm just pissed off. I'm pissed off this fucking like all day. It's like 10 p.m. where I'm at, and it's been pissing me off for like literally like 5 hours now, almost 6 hours, and it's just I'm so mad. Like I'm just so fucking mad at these creepypasta writers, and like I actually really did enjoy creepypastas a while back when I wasn't dropped out of high school. Like I would get on the bus to take me home, and normally like the bus, I'm normally dismissed a bit early than the rest of the school, so I have to wait like an extra 10 minutes. So in turn I just decide to just like I'll just load up Creepypasta and just listen to that, or I'll just listen to some music. So it's probably like a good 10 minutes, 10-15 minutes before I'm actually at my doorstep. But mainly most of that time is spent. Most of that time is just spent me just waiting outside the school, because after all I get out early, and after all my drive to my house is pretty quick, and also I mean first one off, because I think it's because I'm pretty sure away, but that's beside the point. But like at the time, I actually really liked creepypastas. There was a lot of good creepypastas I liked. Like Unknown Format I just mentioned, Stranger Scary Tape, that's a pretty iconic one. Yeah, like, yeah, interesting. I can't really think of anything other than those two. Oh, My Talking Angel, that one wasn't really, I didn't really watch that. I heard that afterwards, after I dropped that, I think. But that's still a pretty decent creepypasta. But I mean, all the three that I just mentioned, at least Unknown Format and Angela, I can't remember too much about Stranger Scary Tape. Those actually had solid endings. Those actually concluded, wrapped things up a bit. I mean, in the case of My Talking Angela, not really, but that was kind of the point, that it was a bit vague. If you read the creepypasta, then you'll know why. But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, a lot, like, I mean, after all, when it comes to like for example, like Rainbow Factory, and also The Cough, I heard that creepypasta a while back, like about a few months ago, about a year ago maybe. Like those two, those are actually, I think if I'm right, I'm pretty well received amongst the community, at least Rainbow Factory. They don't end. They literally just cut out. It's like, I don't even know, like, why, like, you gotta give us some ending. You can't just leave us on a fucking suspense. And the thing is, I know, like, it's kind of the thrill of creepypastas, that it kind of makes you kind of think and what's gonna happen next and stuff like that. But I mean, when it comes to a story, you don't want to rely on the fans to keep the story going. The thing is, most of these creepypastas, pretty much every one of them that end on a cliffhanger, they just end. That's it. Like, there's never like a follow-up. So yeah, it just pisses me off that it's just a lot of fucking people that write creepypastas just don't bother putting in endings, or just do very bad endings. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make this video just because I'm pissed off today. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that me rambling. I'm not as nearly as fired up as I was shortly after I watched that. I was pretty fucking fired up. But I mean, hey, just decided to make this video because, you know, fuck it. Anyways, I'm Creepypasta, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Alright then, I'm Creepypasta, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.